House Speaker Paul D. Ryan, R-Wis, speaks Thursday at an enrollment ceremony for 3 bills passed by Congress in the past week. He declined to say whether he supported votes on a bill that would permanently legalize Dreamers. Michael Reynolds, Epa-Efe, Rex, Shutterstock, House advocates for moderate immigration policy stood at the cusp of forcing votes on bills that would give young undocumented immigrants a pathway to U.S. citizenship, even as President Trump threatened to veto any legislation that did not hew to his hardline views. Backers of a discharge petition that would spark an immigration debate over the wishes of House Republican leaders stood 5 signatures short of reaching the necessary 218 after 2 Republicans and 6 Democrats added their names Thursday. They signed as conservative and moderate Republicans negotiated with House leaders to avert the discharge, and hours after Trump responded to the effort by pledging to veto any bill that does not build a real wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Unless it improves a wall, and I mean a wall, a real wall, and unless it improves very strong border security, there'll be no approvals from me, because I have to either approve it or not, Trump said during a Fox News Channel interview taped Wednesday and aired early Thursday. Even with Trump threatening a veto, House Republican leaders want to avoid a messy floor showdown over immigration, an issue that has badly split their party for years. Speaker Paul D. Ryan, R-Wis, on Thursday acknowledged very good conversations, but refuses to say whether he supported a key demand from the dischargers, a vote on a bill that would create permanent legal status for young immigrants, known as Dreamers, who arrived in the United States illegally as children. "We're trying to find that sweet spot," Ryan said. "We're not going to negotiate through the media." GOP reps Tom Reed, NY, and Brian Fitzpatrick Paw signed Thursday. The discharge proponents said they remained prepared to gather the remaining signatures next month, after Congress returns from a week-long Memorial Day break. Rep. Carlos Curbelo, R. Florida, who filed the petition and is among the leaders of the effort to force immigration votes, said he believed that the break would make Republicans only more likely to sign on when they return. "If there's an agreement before we get to 25 Republican signatures, that's the only thing that will impede our progress," he said. "We will get to the number we need to get to. Whether an agreement is possible remains in serious doubt." Rep. Mark Walker, RNC, who has been involved in the talks as chairman of the Conservative Republican Study Committee, said negotiations were on hold pending the recess, with a key question unresolved, whether to allow a vote on a bill granting permanent legal status for Dreamers, one that, by implication or not, would give them a path to citizenship. "Is it a special pathway or not? That's where the hang-up is," Walker said. "As far as putting them in front of the line for citizenship, that's where it shuts down." One bill favored by the moderates would give Dreamers a 10-year path to becoming a legal permanent resident, also known as green card status, from which they could go through a 2-year process to receive citizenship. Curbelo said, "A bridge into the legal immigration system is crucial." Representative Patrick T. McHenry, NC, the GOP chief deputy whip who has been closely involved in the effort to quash the discharge, said the talks would come to a head when lawmakers return to Washington next month. The backers effectively have until June 9 to gather support if they want to force votes by the end of next month. "It's in complete flux," McHenry said of the talks. "There's enough goodwill to come to a resolution. We'll just see if we can actually close it out and get there." An emerging complication for the discharge proponents isn't Republicans, it's Democrats. While 190 House Democrats have signed, including Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Calif, and Minority Whip Steny H. Hoyer, MD, who joined Thursday. 3 are holding out over concerns about Trump's border wall. All 3 reps, Henry Cuellar, Vicente Gonzalez and Falman Villa, represent Texas border districts where the wall is unpopular, and they fear that an immigration debate with Republicans in the House majority would simply pave the way for wall funding. "I'm not ever going to be in a position where I'm going to enable or facilitate border wall funding," Villa said in an interview last week. "It's just not going to happen." Asked by a reporter Thursday whether his views had changed, Villa held up his cell phone and showed a news article reporting recent comments from Hoyer indicating that Democrats were willing to negotiate on the border wall. "What part of no do people not understand?" he said.